Onewheel. Today we are going to talk about nosedives. So one of the major fallbacks of the Onewheel is our nosedives. So nosedives occur when you overpower the hub motor. You overpower it because you're going into a steep incline, or you ride over some bumps or uneven terrain, and you overpower the motor. The nose comes down, and the board stays behind, and you just get shut off. So I've been riding the Onewheel for about 3,000 kilometers now, and I'm proud to say that I've actually never ever nosedived the Onewheel on asphalt. And most of the times you see when people nosedive, it's on asphalt because they go too fast, or they hit a bump or somewhere and they crash down with like 20-25 miles an hour. They break bones, they suffer some road rash, and I've never actually had that. 3,000 kilometers in about 1 year. I want to share my thoughts and opinions about the nosedives with you guys. So they're like multiple nosedives. So you have nosedives when you ride on very flat terrain. So for example on asphalt, and you have nosedives when you actually ride around off-road, like I do here, when you ride a lot of off-road. And there are some different tactics I use to prevent nosedives in both of those two circumstances. So first I'm going to talk about how to prevent nosedives on asphalt, for example. On asphalt it's basically pretty simple. You just don't want to go above pushback. So in my 3,000 kilometers I've been commuting to friends, to work, to parties, to just free roaming, and I've always respected the pushback. And that's one of the major keys, especially when you ride on asphalt, is just don't go over the speed limit. Because these machines are built and designed to keep you upright, and until you hit pushback you have a pretty safe area of accelerating and not really overpowering the motor too much. On asphalt just don't push it too hard, take it easy, and look for where there are bumps and whatever. But in general, my key to not nosediving on asphalt is just to never really go over the speed limit of the board, and that's just they're designed to do as well. So you gotta respect that. Then I want to talk to you about nosediving on off-road terrain. So when you're hitting the trails, I've just been hitting the trails. I haven't nosedived. I had some near misses, but it's a little bit of a different story when you want to ride trails or you want to ride off-road. My findings are that this also accounts for asphalt, obviously, but it's a little bit less sensitive to this story. But my general findings is that the closer you have your feet to the Onewheel, the less likely you are to nosedive. And those are just laws of physics. Like if you put more weight to the front of the board, you have a longer leverage, and therefore it's easier to overpower your motor. So when you ride on off-road and over bumps and whatever, next to staying light on your feet, you want to keep your feet as close to the board as possible. And that means that you don't put them like this. You want to put them as close to the motor as this. So you want to really hug your fender, especially when you have flight fins. It makes it even easier. But you really want to hug your fender. And if you don't have a fender, just be careful not to touch your tire, of course. But you really want to just keep your feet as close to the wheel as possible, because that will give you the least amount of leverage on the wheel, and therefore keep you upright better. So like when you're hitting the trails or just like going off-road with a lot of bumps, with a lot of roots from trees sticking out, you don't want to have your feet all the way to the front. It might give you more stability, but it also compensates with that for how fast you nosedive. And yeah, I've been doing that practice for like, I think all the time I've ridden my Onewheel, and it did me wonders. Like in total, off-road I've probably nosedived like hard nosedives when I actually fell off the board instead of just running it out. I think I had it like 5 or 6 times in total, and I ride a lot of off-road. And most of the times those situations were also because of low battery or unavoidable in the end, or just not seeing some root somewhere sticking out of the ground. But yeah, just keeping your feet close to the board just gives it such an easier time keeping you upright. And yeah, that just does me wonders. So, like, probably all the basic stuff you've already heard of, like keeping light on your feet and not pushing your hips forward instead of your head. Those are just the basic principles. But I found that keeping your feet near the fender is just like that works magic. If you have any other different opinions about how to not nosedive, if you have any like helpful tips or tricks, share them in the comments below, because there are more riders willingly to discuss or like share thoughts. I'll be in the comments as well, checking your opinions and maybe going into the discussion. If you don't agree with this, let me know why and what you found. Because I'm curious. Like we have to keep this community upright together, and I hope this video has been helpful to you. And yeah, I see you guys later. Float on.